Hello, Virgo. Welcome to May 2020. I hope this reading finds you happy and healthy. I know times are crazy right now. So I'm going to try and see what information I can get out of that cosmic flow with my trusty tarot cards. So on May 7th, we have a full moon in Scorpio with a lot of dreamy Neptune energy around. This is going to be probably, for some of you, quite an emotional time period around that full moon on the 7th. So listen to your feelings. Your feelings have a lot of good information. And Virgo, you sometimes can be a very cerebral sign. So, the first week of May, it'll be a really good time to maybe get out of your head and get into your body and your emotions, because the energy is really going to be shifting towards the mid-month time period. Ooh, I'm just going to jump to the end here. There's a lot of information here I'm going to talk to you about. It's a bit of a roller coaster, but what I love is sort of the Holy Trilogy. This outcome is amazing, okay? The very last card in this reading, your outcome, is the Fool. Now, that's really significant because the Fool is the very first card in the deck. You also have this huge aha moment. This is the Ace of Fire. This is around right now. So please, Virgo, do not be afraid to let go of anything, because the minute you let go of one thing, a whole new information download is going to be coming in for you. There are a lot of cards here that are referencing, especially in your internal state and sort of right now. So sort of right now into the next week or two, when I look at your cards that are talking about some internal situation happening for a lot of you, you really may be looking at what you have been investing your time and energy into for maybe a long time and going, wow, do I want to keep investing my energy in this? I'm sure for many of you, just like for all of us, not just Virgo, but this is what I'm looking at for you, Virgo. The last couple months has been eye-opening in some ways, and it may not have always been easy. I mean, I know a lot of us are with, if you're in a relationship that had any cracks, the cracks are probably getting bigger, or, you're getting closer. Or if this time period away from what your life was like before most of us had to go into quarantine, you may be reevaluating and thinking maybe it's time to change and let go of where you were headed. I mean, that is absolutely a possibility when I'm looking at this reading. But here's the biggest message, okay, Virgo? If you take anything, you've got the anxiety card right in the middle here. And it is really closely linked to your internal sort of mindset. It's very, very important to pay attention to your feelings. Acknowledge your feelings. Communicate your feelings. Feelings with the person maybe you're in a relationship with. Maybe even with a therapist. I mean, even if it's over the phone or with trusted friends. There's just this idea here of needing to release some of this anxiety, because honestly, there's so much amazing, new, fresh energy that's going to be coming in at the end of the month. I guess my feeling is for some of you, you really are making a decision whether to stay or go in a situation, whatever that is. And once that decision's made, then all this energy gets released. But definitely, I will say, for some of you, it may be a relationship where you're really going, oh, I feel like I need to make a decision, about this relationship. Do I need to keep giving energy to it? Or, is it time to release it? Because you do have world energy in your relationship sector. At Virgo, this is amazing. You have the Alpha and the Omega. I mean, what this makes me feel is when you look back at this time period, because yes, this is for the month of May, but the borders of time are very fluid. I'm just going to say, for many of you, when you look back to this time period, it will have changed your life. And for what I'm seeing, for many of you, it's for the better, with new coming in. Now, Virgo is Earth. All the Earth signs value security. It's something that if they don't have security on a lot of levels, they have higher anxiety oftentimes than other signs. An air sign oftentimes can live on the edge a lot more comfortably than an earth sign. And what I just would like for you, Virgo, is to look at this new day that's coming. Here's your Holy Trilogy. Look at this. Bam! Fresh new ideas and inspirations, illuminations, and aha moments. If you move on them, you have this fame card, meaning people are going to recognize what you're doing and support you. And it's the new day. It's the very first card in the deck. So this is amazing. And you are moving towards this. Now, in the meantime, you have to overcome your anxiety about change. And even if it's a positive change, that can make you uncomfortable. And that's showing up really evidently here. This is very powerful. This energy incorporates itself into everything in your life. If you're in a long-term relationship, this might mean getting serious about changing some patterns that need to go to open up new doors for your long-term relationship. If you're in a shitty relationship, leave, Virgo, okay? Because there's all this new energy approaching. And if you're looking for love, this might be a good time, and you haven't had any for a while, it might be a good time to look at yourself and be like, are you afraid of commitment? This is a big reading with a lot of promise. And what I love and have not addressed yet is right in the middle, you have the Temperance card. As a reader, anytime I see that, I know you're being blessed and watched over. So during this time, please take care of yourself. Like I said, please, especially in the first week, acknowledge your emotions, share your feelings, because by the time we get to May 22nd, and we have this like brand new moon energy in Gemini, you're going to be back in your element, which is some form of production and a nice, good feeling, more practical forward movement energy will be coming in. And that's what this is, looking inside, doing work, emotional stuff. Who wants it? But you might as well do it in a quarantine rather than everything's going good, right? All right. Please take care. I will definitely be checking in with you next month, Virgo. And in the meantime, stay safe.